So, does anybody wish to hazard a guess as to which game has been delayed this time? I mean, it's in the title. Starfield and Redfall, two games being produced by Bethesda, one by Bethesda Game Studios and one by Arcane. They're being delayed, basically, until 2023. The first half of it, more accurately. And let's be honest, games getting delayed left, right and centre has become something of a joke. You can't even be mad at it anymore, but it is a bit of a blow, regardless. I can't say that I care too much for Redfall being delayed. That game doesn't look like it's going to appeal to me. It looks like one of those funny self-aware shooters that honestly I look at and go, who is this even for? Maybe that's on me for not giving it a chance, but what I'm trying to say is that being delayed, that's not so much of a blow, but Starfield from Bethesda Game Studios certainly is. But in the end of the day, if that's the way it's got to be, then I understand that at the very least. That doesn't mean that this is good news when a release date has been announced, doubled down on, I believe by Todd Howard, and then just all of a sudden, no, that's not the release date. In fact, release date delays in the video games industry happen so often these days that every release date announced should be capped off with an I think. That's just my 2 pence, if you will. So of course, Bethesda released an official statement on their Twitter account that reads as follows. We've made the decision to delay the launches of Redfall and Starfield to the first half of 2023. The teams at Arcane, Austin, Redfall and Bethesda Game Studios, Starfield, have incredible ambitions for their games, and we want to ensure that you receive the best, most polished versions of them. We want to thank everyone for their excitement for Redfall and Starfield. That energy is a huge part of what inspires all of us every day and drives our own excitement for what we are creating. We can't wait to share our first deep dive into the gameplay for both Redfall and Starfield soon. Thank you for your support. Now, call me cynical, but to me, a game is never delayed because it's not the best that it could ever be, really. It's just not ready to be released at all. It's probably not even remotely passable to be sold. It's just, I'm not saying that's how it is, I'm just saying that more often than not, that's the real reasoning that I expect, rather than we want to realise the creative vision. I mean, obviously they do, it's just in the time frame available to them. Is 6 months release difference really going to be that big? Maybe in the case of quality of life tweaks and adjustments, that's a bucket load of time. But when it comes to Bethesda Game Studios and Starfield, now Bethesda Game Studios are notorious for unpolished, unrefined games. They're great games in their own rights a lot of the time. Don't get me wrong, but they definitely have their issues, and let's be honest, I don't think that would be a reason for Bethesda to delay their games, come to think of it, because their games have had the same issues since Morrowind. But maybe they're having more issues than anticipated, or maybe it really is about improving the quality of life when playing the game and small things to make the game as perfect as possible. And then of course, in this delay announcement, they tease that they'll be showing off some proper gameplay for these games soon, so people know what they're actually buying, or the vision of what they're actually buying. So maybe it's because now Bethesda is under Microsoft as well, and so whereas before maybe these issues weren't such a big deal, they can release or patch them later or ignore them later, but Microsoft's going, nah, try to get it as polished as possible at the very least. Here's an extra 6 months. I don't know, I don't really pay too much attention to how Microsoft handles things, but I do find it funny that Phil Spencer tweeted this image of Bethesda a couple of days before the news came through that Starfield and Redfall are getting delayed. I think that is quite funny because everyone in these pictures seems gasped. They're like, oh yeah, we love making video games. Oh yes, this game is going to be the best thing since sliced bread. I can't wait to show my kids. Oh, by the way, we're delaying it 6 months. I'd love to know what the conversation was in that room, because there was no way they didn't know that these games were getting delayed. These decisions aren't made overnight necessarily, as far as I'm aware. But maybe this was tweeted to soften the blow and be like, yeah, these games are being worked on, you know, here's the teams behind it. They're working on the game. It is going to happen eventually. As hilarious as that conversation in that room may have been to us, considering they tweeted that, and then 2 days later they're delaying both Arcane's Redfall and Bethesda Game Studios' Starfield, it's obviously softening the blow. It's marketing 101. If you've got bad news, try to compensate and then say, oh, we'll be sharing gameplay with you soon at the end of the delay announcement. And that could be any time. Soon is a really subjective word when you think about it, because soon to you could be not so soon to somebody else. It depends on how you perceive the word soon. So soon could be the, June E3 time, which has been cancelled, so it won't be. Or it could be around that time, though, it's possible. But regardless, it's not the end of the world. A game being delayed is not the end of the world. When the game releases, if the game is good, the fact that it got delayed will not matter. So fingers crossed that it's okay. I mean, I'm tired of crossing my fingers and hoping that a game's okay only for it to release and be dog shit. But I suppose it is what it is. But can't change the industry just by crying about it all the time. So there are times, I'm not saying it's wrong to cry about it. I'm saying there are times to cry and there are times to constructively critique. And there are times to just go, fair enough. And to me, it's just like, bit funny, bit predictable. If I was playing video game delay bingo, I'd probably have won. But all I can say is hopefully when these games do release, they will be good enough to the point where nobody will be talking about the fact that they were delayed and it didn't really do much. And hopefully that's what Starfield can accomplish more so, because I'm not really interested in Redfall. I won't pretend that I am. If that's going to be good when it releases, then fair enough. Maybe I'll come back to it then. But Starfield is Bethesda Game Studios, and I have a soft spot for those games, even if they are kind of fucked.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night.
So with any luck, it will be worth the wait, and, when the game releases doesn't really matter to me, because I'm sure there will be plenty of other things to do in the meantime, and then when I play that, it'll still cost the same money, and then I'll play it, and hopefully it'll be worth that money. And if it's not, then I'll be having words, I'll be like, so what the fuck was the point in this? Or why was there a random delay? I'd be talking about why it isn't good, but this is not a quality thing, it's just a delay, so that's kind of where we leave it. It's really shit that it's happening so often. It is what it is, it's one of those things. If a game needs to be delayed, then fair play. I think games need to stop having release dates announced before they're absolutely ready from a consumer perspective, but I understand why you'd want to announce a release date if you were marketing a product. You want a date at which point people can look at and go, that's when I'll be playing this game, or that's when I'll be able to pick up this game up or play it, and all of that. However, unfortunately, with so many games getting delayed, that's not even reliable anymore. So release dates have become arbitrary until, I don't know, when you're around the corner and there's no real chance of more delays, I suppose. But I also know that it's not realistic for games to only have release dates announced when they're absolutely ready. There needs to be a little hype period between the announcement, you knowing what you're going to be getting when you buy the game, and actually being able to play the game, so that they can promote X, Y, and Z and give you a good idea of the game from an entire marketing campaign, if you will. And there's no point sitting on a completely finished product for 5 months or a year or whatever, so that you can carry out that marketing campaign. And so games aren't usually finished until quite close to release, I'd imagine. But with AAA games especially getting bigger and bigger, that is just inevitable that on occasion a game is going to get delayed, and it's only going to get more common, isn't it? Let's be real. And obviously with the COVID pandemic the past couple of years, I can't imagine that's helped, and maybe that's exaggerated this entire thing a little bit more than perhaps the long-term problem will prove to be. So maybe it's not a big deal, but I just think a delay's a delay. We'll live with it. But anyway, that brings us to the end of this video, so thank you for listening to me ramble. Why do you do this to yourself? I hope that you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends and all that wonderful stuff, and be sure to whack on the notification bell, which really does help out. And with any luck, I'll be seeing you all very soon with another video at some point, but until next time, take care and goodbye.